My dear all, through this video, I will discuss about clauses. It is from grammar portion. Okay, first we have to know about clauses. A clause is a group of words. A clause is a group of words that includes a subject and a verb. It is very clear. And a clause can be distinguished from a phrase. It is a different from phrase and which does not contain a subject and a verb. In the afternoon, drinking. It is these are like examples. Okay, now first we have to know about clauses. Now one is independent clause and another is dependent clause. An independent clause can express a complete thought and can be a standalone sentence. And if I'm talking about a dependent clause, then it is usually a supporting part of a sentence and it can't stand by itself as a meaningful proposition. That means idea. That means there is no any meaningful idea. For the example, I've given here a box and you can see, you can note on also examples of independent clause. Now, Vinita had a jam roll after she watched the news. In this sentence, Vinita ate a jam roll is an independent clause. It works as a standalone sentence. Now, even though his mother was a driving instructor, my cousin failed his driving test 6 times. Now, if I'm talking about different clause, then here is a sentence. Benita adjusts role after she watched the news. Now, if I'm talking about in this sentence, then after she watched the news is a dependent clause. That means it is depend because whatever action is here after the sentence. That means incomplete, not complete sentence. Here is mentioned, and after this, it is mentioned here after she watched the news. So you can say it is dependent clause. Now, next is if I'm talking about the same, then even though his mother was a driving instructor, my cousin failed his driving 6 times. It is in the another way. Clear? So you can know about, you can discuss, you can clear your independent clause and dependent clause. Now, these two dependent clauses, whatever I've discussed, and you can say subordinate clause could have been independent clause. However, the opening words in these examples after even though and but turn them into the dependent clause. The opening words are known as dependent words. Clear? Opening words are known as dependent words, the main type of which is subordinating conjunction. That means you can say if you use in the sentence use conjunction, then it will be increases the sentence, but one is dependent part, another is independent part, because someone is saying about the dependent and some parts of the sentence is saying about independent. That means it will be very clear it is dependent clause or not and dependent clause or not. Now, here is I'm talking about how are clauses used in the sentences. They're very important for you to know how are clauses used in sentences. Now, clauses can play a variety of roles in the sentences. A clause can act as a noun, an adjective, and a verb. That means we can say whenever you use clauses in the sentences, it is seen mainly like a noun, an adjective, and a verb. Now, if I'm talking about noun clauses, then I cannot remember what I said last night. I'm talking about noun clauses you have to keep in your mind. In this example, the clause act like a noun. Compare the example above to this. I cannot remember my speech. In the above example, the clause what I said last night here last night, then it is working as a noun as it gives you the answer of what. Actually, it is talking about what. Then I cannot remember. Then I said last night. What I said later. That means it is depend here, and it is answer is hidden in this also. So it is written here noun as it gives it gives you answer of what. Because if when we are talking about what, then it was told what I said last night. Now, what could I not remember? What I said last night? Yes, I believe that you are right. What I believe? That you are right. It is true that he was stolen my watch. What is true? That he was stolen my watch. So, in through this sentence, we can clear about noun clauses, how noun clauses is used in the sentence, and if if uh, if clauses act acts like a noun, then you can say it is noun clauses. Now, adjective clauses. My what is a dog who usually refuses to go near the water dived in the canal to chase the water vole. In this example, the clause acts like an adjective. If I'm talking about here, then clause acts like an adjective. How? I will discuss here. Now compare the example above to this. My what is a dog dived in the canal to chase a water vole. So if I'm talking about waters, then it is like an adjective. An adjective clause like an adjective tells you something about the noun. You know very well about adjective. Adjective is a word which qualify the noun, pronoun, adjective. It's called adjective. Okay. So here an adjective clause like an adjective tells you something about the noun. It is saying about noun, about dog. Clear? And you know very well uh, if any words qualify about noun, then it is used before noun also. Clear? So here is a dog, but it is qualify about dog also. Now, for example, the man who is wearing the green cap is my father. I repeat again, the man who is wearing the green cap is my father. Thus, who is wearing a green cap is giving you additional information about the noun, and so it is in the adjective clause also because it is describing, and adjective is a describing word, and it describes about uh, noun also. So it is told adjective clauses. Now, some more examples. If I'm talking, the place where I went yesterday was beautiful. The teachers who taught me in grades 5 met me yesterday. Yes. Now, if I'm talking about adverbial clause, now adverbial clause, or you can say an adverb clause, is a group of words which plays the role of an adverb. For example, here you know about adverb that is qualify about verb in the active word you can say. Now, keep hitting the gong all day. Normal adverb. Now keep hitting the gong until I tell you stop. Adverbial clause. Until I tell you stop. Clear? In this example, above, the normal adverb and adverbial clause both tell us when the going is to be hit. They are both adverbs of time. All adverbs including adverbial clause can easily be categorized as one of the following. What is going on? Now, if I'm talking about adverb clause of time, so an adverb of time states when something happens or how often. Often, an adverb of time often starts with one of the following subordinate conjunctions like after, as long as soon as, before, no sooner than, since, until, when, or while. Now, here some example. Now, after the game has finished, after the game has finished, the king and pawn go into the same box. Italian proverb. It is proverb, Italian proverb, but I have given as example. As an example, I've given here. Now, next adverb clause of place. If I'm talking about adverb clause of place, you have to keep in your mind that means I'm changing time to time. Now, adverb of place states where something happens. That means you have to go to the place location, and adverb place often starts with the preposition. For example, in, on, near, or one of the following subordinate conjunction. anywhere, everywhere, where, wherever. Here is only one example. Actually, I'm not using here in as a or as for all, but only one example is here. Clear? In a world where there is so much to be done, I felt strongly impressed that there must be something for me to do. Clear? It is written from by this statement was written by Dorothy, but I have taken as an example. Now, adverb clause of manner. I am talking about manner. An adverb of manner states how something is done because it is talking about manner. Now, adverbial clause of manner often starts with one of the following subordinate conjunction as, like, the way. Only one example is here. He acts like it is a joke. He acts like it is a joke. Now, so in this way, you can know about adverb clause of manner as, like, or the way. Now, adverb clause of degree or comparison. Adverb degree states what the adaptive degree something is done or offers a comparison. An adverb of degree often starts with one of the following subordinate conjunction. Now, if you see this, than, as, soon as, and so, something as, or the, then the. Clear? Now, it is only a statement. A vacuum is a hell of a lot better than some of the stuff that nature replaces it with. It is by this one. Clear? But here is like an example. Now, second example is he is as smart as he is tall. He is as smart. That means you can say like comparison and degree. It is used here as dot, then as. Clear? Now, adverb clause of condition. An adverb of condition states the condition for the main idea to come into effect. An adverb of condition often starts with if or unless. It is start with if or unless. Now, for example, if the fact don't fit the theory, if the English language made any sense, actually it is statement by this one and Albert Einstein also this one and Doug Larson. But here I am using only as an example. Clear? Now, next is adverb clause of concession. Now, an adverb of concession offers a statement which contrasts with the main idea. As a adverb of the concession after often starts with one of the following subordinate condition: though, although, even though, while, whereas, or even if. That means you have to keep in your mind these words. Clear? This adverb clause. Now, for example, although golf was originally restricted to wealthy and overweight Protestants, today it's open to anybody who wants hideous clothing. It is statement by David Badi. This this is only as an example. Now, adverb clause of reason. No. An adverb of reasons offer a reason for the main idea. An adverb of reason often starts with one of the following subordinate conjunction. You have to keep in mind as, because, given, or since. Now, here for example, I don't have a bank account because I don't know my mother's maiden name. It is only a name by this statement by this one. So I have written here, since you are like no other being ever created since the beginning of time, you are incomparable. Now it is used here, clause, since, and if I'm talking about because. Now here is this one is adverb clause of reason. Thank you so much.